What up and welcome to the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombo. Thank you for tuning in. Episode 200 in this motherfucker. What's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or the favorite podcast app of your choice and all that good shit. What the fuck is up? How y'all doing? Episode 200 in the ha. Where we at? How y'all doing? What the fuck is really good? Episode 200 in this motherfucker. I want to thank everybody for getting us to 200 episodes. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. 200 motherfucking episodes. God damn. 200 episodes, 3.5 years in. We grinding. We doing it. We fucking living life. All that good shit. What the fuck is up? How y'all doing? Yeah, 200 motherfucking episodes, man. It's been a fucking journey and a half. My first episode, Fearless Fred Fury, been pushed back. That was the first episode of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I go back and listen to that old shit. That shit is trash. Anybody that's been down since the episode 1, I don't think there's many, maybe 1 or 2 of y'all. But, man, the fact that y'all were fucking with my shit back then compared to, comparing my shit back then to how it is now is night and day. It's fucking 180. The shit back then sounded like I was borderline in a coma. Still am, but more so back then. And yeah, man, it's crazy. 200 fucking episodes. Thank you to everybody that listens, watches, comments, likes, all that shit. I don't know what to say, but 200 motherfucking episodes. If I could have a graphic up, fucking fireworks, I'll just use my hands. Fireworks everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. All that good shit. Yeah. I can't fucking believe it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Fucking thank y'all. Again for listening. All that shit. Much fucking love. 200 episodes. It's the fucking shit, man. Yeah. And in celebration of 200 episodes, y'all might see this ill-ass shirt that we got on right here. This is the Bone Road. It's the same design that I had on a previous t-shirt and hoodie that is still for sale. But this right here, this is kind of like an homage to ICP's Carnival of Carnage, where they had the Carnival of Carnage tilted a little bit. Insanity written on the back. Well, that's what the fuck this shirt is too. Limited edition, red, head tilted to the side, Insanity on the back. Available this week only, and I'm only advertising it on the podcast. I could post it up on my social medias, but I'm not. Only for the diehard listeners that tune in every fucking week will y'all get the heads up for this. So from now until Sunday at midnight of this week, this shirt will be available. Will never be available again. So yeah, you can go to storefrontier.com/beneathdirt or beneathdirt.com, and the link is also up on my link tree, and it'll bring you there to cop it. Much fucking love to anybody that has already copped merch previously. And yeah, go peep out this shit. Limited edition this week only. So cop it before it's gone and you regret it. But yeah, man, we celebrate and we fucking live. 200 episodes, man. It's very fucking fresh. To look back where we came from, episode 1, no video for the podcast for the longest time. I was barely comfortable just even being on the microphone, let alone being on video. And to be honest, even when the podcast transitioned to video format on YouTube, I had the shittiest computer, the shittiest camera possible, but we all got to start from somewhere, right? We all start from somewhere. Y'all remember those old episodes if you've been tuning in on YouTube the motherfucker would freeze all the time. That shit would freeze. We ain't freezing no more. We're fucking 1080p, 60 frames per second in this motherfucker now. Like, this shit crystal clear. But we've come a long way, man. You know, from not doing interviews for a long ass time. Like, I just didn't do interviews. One, because I wasn't interested. I had said that on many episodes in the beginning that I just wasn't interested in doing interviews. And looking back on it, I think I really wasn't interested in doing interviews because I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't fucking ready for it. I always felt like that I could give a good interview or do a good interview. But I, just something about it, I just wasn't ready for it. I had no interest in it. But now, we're here, we're doing interviews, interviewed Buckshot, Devereaux twice, DJ Clay, Class, and more. Fucking Scotty D, Darby O'Trill, fucking, I gotta look it up before I forget somebody, but man, doing interviews now and getting love from people like Buckshot, DJ Clay, Class, Scotty D, Fago lovers, all that shit is crazy to me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And it's just it's always super appreciated, man. We have our highs, we have our lows. But it's always important to try to remember and celebrate the highs and not dwell on the fucking lows. I struggle with that myself sometimes, but man, so many wins to be proud of. Again, thank you to everybody that has tuned in. We are fucking 200 episodes in. Meow, 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 meow. Air horn like a motherfucker. And we here, man. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just can't fucking say it enough. We're here, 6-7 minutes into the show right now. Let's get into some new music and news, shall we? Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. But thank y'all again. Seriously, super appreciated. I love y'all. Much fucking love. And let's talk about a song that dropped not this past Friday, but the Friday before, and it fucking slipped under my radar. Shit happens. Shit be falling under my radar all the time, and it just is what it is, man. But Trizz, we've talked about Trizz on the podcast before. He rolls with Brother Lynch, and he dropped a new song called Keep It a Buck, produced by Mike Summers. Now, he's been posting up on social medias, teasing that he's been working with Mike Summers. Mike Summers, famous for working with Tech Nine, Twiztid, ICP, Mac Lethal. So many people. Mike Summers, just a beast on the boards, on the production, without a fucking doubt. And he produced a banger for Trizz, kind of on some West Coast shit. This is like Mike's interpretation of some West Coast shit. Trizz fucking kills it on here. It sucks that it slipped under my radar for a week, but hey, we got it, and we talking about it now. This track is a fucking banger, man. If you fuck with Mike Summers' production, just from Tech Nine, Twiztid, whatever, you'll fuck with this shit because he's got top quality production. And Trizz is like the quintessential West Coast artist, like California style G-Funk type shit, man. I fuck with Trizz heavy, and he kills it on this track. It's called Keep It a Buck. Go peep that shit because the shit is fucking fire. Now, probably my favorite song that dropped this past Friday, this week, brand new, would be J Royale, Nems, produced by the Snowgoons. If If you know, you know. Fucking snowgoons are fucking legendary. Cuts by DJ Crypt. The song is called Fingerprints. Man, J Royale. I believe he's coming out of Baltimore. Nems, Coney Island. You know, fuck your life. And Snowgoons, fucking legendary. Like, these dudes been putting it down. Again, just one of the top production teams. I believe Snowgoons is a couple guys. And they killed the production on here. Just some grimy underground New York boom bap, punch you in the face type shit. You know Nems brings that grimy shit. If you're not familiar with J Royale, get familiar because he fucking bodies it on this track as well. Fucking fire, man. This track is just hard as fuck. Love this shit. I've been loving the grimy boom bap shit a lot more these past couple years. Not that I didn't love it before, but it was just like, I've always said like Midwest and West Coast was always my shit. But the last couple years, man, that grimy New York shit has been fucking taken over. And if you fuck with it, peep out this new shit. J Royale Nems, produced by Snowgoons. Fingerprints. Shit is fire. Shit is so dope. And then we got new Jaren Benton. Jaren Benton back with another fucking track. The fucking 1700 track Jaren Benton's dropped in the last 2 years. This one's called My Light, featuring Dizzy Wright and Emilio Rojas. We got like the Last Supper right here as the cover for the artwork for the single. And man, this shit's fire. This is kind of more on some up-tempo type shit. Still on some like trap type beat, but more up-tempo. I don't know. I don't even know if that makes sense. But Jaren Benton, Dizzy Wright, Emilio Rojas fucking killing on here. I like hearing Jaren and Dizzy work together, you know, kind of like a flashback to the Funk Volume days. The shit is fire. They kill it. Jaren Benton just stays dropping fire singles, man. We're in that digital age where just singles reign supreme and albums are just not as important to some people. I still would rather take a full-length album over, you know, 80 million singles. But hey, this is the fucking world we live in, is what it is. Create a fucking playlist and make your own album with all the singles. Because Jaren Benton is killing it with My Light, with Dizzy Wright and Emilio Rojas. The shit is fucking fire, man. Like, Jaren Benton just stays killing it. And then this past couple weeks, you know, I was down with the COVID, 19, and I didn't really have a chance to dive into some new shit. You know, we've been talking about new albums, haven't had a chance to really dive into these albums. 2 albums I want to talk about real quick that have dropped in the past couple weeks that I've been bumping the fuck out of this past week in particular that are fucking fire. And it's Gruesome with Grassroots 6. I know we talked about this maybe last week or the week before. I can't remember exactly when it dropped, but Gruesome with Grassroots 6. Man, I've said it a million times. I fuck with Gruesome for the longest time. And this Grassroots 6 right here, even though it's only 5 tracks, it has everything that you could love and want from Gruesome. Introspective shit, shit-talking type shit, and the wicked shit. Mortified and Feed the Godless. If you want some hard-ass wicked shit, Gruesome is one of the best to do the wicked shit. He doesn't always do the wicked shit, but he's one of the best to do it when he does decide to do it. And Mortified and Feed the Godless on here are fucking, especially Feed the Godless, are fire. So goddamn good, man. I cannot hype Gruesome any more than I can, man. Like, this dude is just one of the illest to ever do it in this horrorcore wicked shit scene. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, man. This dude is just so nice with it. And then Escape, man. That song is like for the listeners. Like, he provides the soundtrack for you to escape. It's so goddamn good, man. Gruesome Grassroots 6 becoming very early on one of the standout grassroots. I had said previously my favorites were volume 2 and 3. 3 is probably still my favorite. That shit hard as fuck, man. I mean, they're all dope, but Grassroots 6 is fire. And all the Grassroots except for volume 3 are EPs, 5, 6, 7 songs. But he absolutely fucking killed it on here, man. I fucks with this EP, super heavy. So go peep out the Gruesome Grassroots 6. I know we've talked about it the past couple weeks, but man, I really got a chance to dive into it, and the shit is flame emojis, son. Flame emojis all fucking day. So go peep that shit. Another project I got to talk about. Sutter Kane, Donnie Darko, Another Day in the Office, or Another Day at the Office. I apologize. Y'all know Donnie Darko, Sutter Kane, 2020, Before the World Got to Us and After the World Got to Us were two of my favorite projects that had dropped that year. This combination right here is just, they've been working together for so long. Their chemistry is so fucking good. And they brought it on this project. 8 tracks, 16 minutes, short as hell, but there's no hooks on any of the tracks. It's just Donnie Darko ripping it. Verses. Sometimes it's just one long ass verse and the song is over. There's a couple tracks on here with Sutter Kane's rapping on here as well. Man, they fucking killed the shit. Sutter Kane's production is amazing. I say it all the time. This guy's my favorite. I love this guy's production, but there's so many dope producers in the underground right now. And I just got to give them the love, man. Like Sutter Kane, like this is that grimy boom bap shit that Sutter Kane and Donnie Darko have been doing for a few years now, or maybe shit forever. But fuck, man, this shit is fire. I fucks with it. No hooks, just verses, short as shit. Like I said, 8 tracks, 16 minutes. The shortest song on here is 1:06. The longest song on here is 2 minutes and 52 seconds. So not one song clocking in at 3 minutes. But man, it's a fucking banger. If you fucked with any the Sutter Kane and Donnie Darko shit that I had talked about in the past, you'll definitely like this one. So go peep that shit if you haven't had a chance to peep it yet, because you're missing out on some fucking flame emojis, son. Go peep that shit. ASAP. Both Gruesome and Sutter Kane, both Gruesome and the Sutter Kane and Donnie Darko projects are up on all DSPs. And if you want to support hard copies, both of them are through their respective band camps. Look it up. Gruesome's through the Sick Fucks Bandcamp. Sutter Kane on his own Bandcamp page. Fire, man. I've been bumping the shit out of those 2 EPs this past week. Another interesting thing I saw this past week, y'all see the cover picture, whatever the artwork for this week's episode, Prozak finally getting some love. Not that he ain't never got no love, but man, this dude underrated than a motherfucker. And it's been a minute since Prozak dropped some music. I'm going to look it up to see when the last time he dropped music was. But this past week, Tech9 posted up on Instagram. He does this all the time where he'll post a clip of a song. Sometimes it's his own song. Sometimes it's a feature of a song that he was on. And, he'll kind of break down the verse or, talk about the song itself. And he posted a clip of song he did with Prozak on Tales from the Sick. I'm looking up the song title right now. I should know it off the top of my head. Why? Of course. Why? Simple as fuck. Prozak, Tech9, and Twista was on there as well. And so Tech9 posted his verse up on Instagram, which is a fucking killer verse. And then King ISO commented on the post saying, I'm going to need Prozak to get back in the lab ASAP. Flame emojis. Bruh had some super dope shit. This was my shit. And he's speaking facts right there. Prozak responds, thank you. It is about that time, isn't it? King ISO responds, man, we gotta do something. Prozak responds, it would be an honor. I fucking screenshotted this, immediately posted it. I was like, who wants a King ISO Prozak collab like yesterday? Because I'm going to need that shit like yesterday, man. It's dope to see King ISO show love to Prozak up on Instagram. Of course, Prozak been holding it down for strange music for the longest fucking time. Tales from the Sick came out in 2018. Self-Inflicted dropped in 2008, not 2018, 2008. Project Deadman Self-Inflicted dropped July 2004. Goddamn, 18 years ago? It's been almost 18 fucking years since Self-Inflicted dropped. And the only reason why I know that date right here, I got a Project Deadman poster right here that I could look at off camera that, you know, and the date is right there. It's the only reason why I knew that date right off the top of my head, but I can't believe it's been 20 years. But anyway, Prozak been holding it the fuck down. The last album we got from Prozak was Black Ink in 2015. It's been a minute since we got new Prozak music. A couple years ago, they were teasing that Project Deadman was going to come back. Remember, I might have been the second Astronomicon, maybe the third Astro, where they were teasing, where Project Deadman was supposed to perform at Astro, and then for whatever reason backed out last minute. And then there was like rumblings of Project Deadman coming together for a new album. They were supposed to put out Horrific Thoughts in like 2007, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to come out before Tales from the Sick. But man, Prozak is just one of those dudes that we need to get back in the fucking studio. Prozak is super dope with it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. After King ISO and Prozak had this exchange on Instagram, I was like, you know what? It's been a minute since I bumped Tales from the Sick. When Tales from the Sick came out, at the time, you know, I was working an overnight job. The economy was in the shitter. I had to get an overnight job just because I couldn't find a fucking job in the line of work that I normally do. And I needed to fucking survive, so I had to fucking take an overnight job. And Tales from the Sick was like the soundtrack during that time, man. I said it on Twitter and I'll say it here. I think it's safe to say that we could call Tales from the Sick a classic at this point. It was released 14 years ago. You know, I say it all the time, the word classic gets thrown around too much, but that's for like new albums. An album comes out and 7 hours later, people are like, this is a classic. This shit's a classic. Man, shut the fuck up. Revisit it in a few years and see how it fucking sounds. Now, I bumped the fuck out of Tales from the Sick when this album came out, and I've bumped it periodically throughout the years since its release, but I bumped it this past week a couple times. Front to back banger, not one skip. Man, Prozak absolutely killed it with Tales from the Sick, man. Go to Hell is like just some super grimy mosh pit music. Let's talk about that shit. Kills it on that song. Why? We were just talking about that with Tech9 and Twista. Murders it on there. Fucking Insane with ICP. Violent J and Shaggy both kill their parts on there. Psycho, Psycho, Psycho with Bizarre and King Gordy. Like, come on. Fucking Good Enough with Mikey Clark on the hook, singing that hook. Twiztid's on this album. Fucking Bodies Fall with Cut Calhoun, Blaze, ROC, Tech9. Like, just banger corporate genocide, bombs away. banger after banger on this album. I think it's safe to say it's a fucking classic. And looking at his discography since Tales from the Six, solo-wise, because we never got another Project Deadman album. Self-Inflicted, dropped in 04, like I said, and that's the only PDM album that we've got yet. But since Prozak went completely solo, and since he dropped Tales from the Sick, we got Paranormal, the Nocturnal EP, We All Fall Down, and Black Ink. Every one of those projects, Prozak is pretty goddamn consistent. This dude stays putting out dope music with dope collabs. You can always expect twiztid, ROC, Blaze, Tech Nine, Chris Calico on his shit. Like, man, just absolutely kills it. I'm actually looking at his last album, Black Ink. And every single song except for the last song has a feature on it. That's fucking crazy. I don't know if I ever noticed that before. But yeah. I mean, Prozak's fucking dope with it, man. If you haven't heard Tales from the Sick, or if you just haven't heard it in a while, or you bumped it back in the day, you weren't a fan of it, I highly suggest you go back, bump that shit, because it is fire. And Prozak is right. It is about that time that we need that he get back in the motherfucking studio. You know, he stays out doing the paranormal shit, the ghost hunting and all that. He had a show on the Travel Channel. I don't know if it's still on or not, but I know he had it on a show on the Travel Channel. He puts out movies all the time. He's actually got one coming out, another one. And yeah, it's that time that we need another Prozak album. 110%. Like, this shit is way overdue, and we need that shit. Whether it's a Prozak album or a PDM album, don't give a fuck. We just need new Prozak. And it was just dope to see him getting love up on the social medias, man. It's dope to see that shit. It really is. I like seeing people being celebrated as much as I like celebrating these people, man. You know, I could talk my shit from time to time. I can. I feel like it's usually justified and it ain't some out of left field, out of pocket type shit when I'm on my shit talking shit. I feel like I haven't even really talked that much shit lately. Hasn't really been much to talk about. But, yeah. I forget where I was going with that. I fucking just completely lost my train of thought. I like giving flowers. I think that's the whole point of that shit. But yeah. Gathering news, anybody? ICP Mystery Seminar? ICP has a mystery seminar going down at the Gathering this year. What is it? Don't fucking know. It's a mystery, motherfucker. The image that they put out, they used the question marks behind ICP in this image is the Bazaar sampler, right? Was that the part? No. I don't... that wasn't the Bazaar sampler. I believe that was... Was it the Dark Lotus sampler? And then it had... What other fucking songs were on there? I forget, but it was one of the samplers that they gave out one of their shows back in the day. Might have had One Less G in the Hood samples on there. Maybe Tales from the Lotus Pod as well. I don't fucking remember. Man, my fucking lighting system's falling apart on me real quick. But yeah, ICP seminar, mystery seminar going down at the Gathering this year. They announced a bunch of shit going down at the Gathering this year. There's going to be a Morton's List seminar as well. Don't bring your fucking cameras. Don't bring your phones, anything. No video recording, no photos will be allowed at this Morton's List seminar. Now, I know there are ninjas that are heavy into this Morton's List shit. Never played it, never got into it. I never played any of the Dark Carnival games. It's just, I'm not into board games like that. I don't know. I like video games more than board games, but I know ninjas fuck with that Morton's List shit heavy. And there's going to be a seminar for that. There's going to be a Bigfoot seminar put on by, it's a Violent J Dream where he's got some guy talking about Bigfoot. There's going to be a Vampiro seminar. I believe it's a Vampiro seminar as well. Shaggy announced on the Shaggy and the Creep show either this week or last week. I don't remember. But as part of Shaggy's day, Shaggy's dream day at the Gathering, Shaggy and the Creep show will be doing a live podcast at the Gathering. So that was announced as well. And then another event that was announced, they're going to have like a haunted attraction at the Gathering, the House of Horrors. Welcome to the House of Horrors. That's a fire fucking song. Fire fucking song. Now, we are waiting. What we're really waiting for from the Gathering, like as far as announcements goes, we're waiting for the motherfucking infomercial, right? Like that infamous infomercial. ICP has not been on Twitch. They have not been streaming. Shaggy is still doing the Shaggy and the Creep show. Shaggy is one consistent dude. Like that dude stays consistent with the Shaggy and the Creep show, doing the Twitch streams. Like that dude just, his work ethic the past couple years has been on fucking point. As far as ICP, yeah, they released Yum Yum Bedlam. They dropped Wicked Vic. I think we're supposed to get Whoa, the Weeping Weirdo at the Gathering. The second seed, the second of 3 Yum Yum seeds at the Gathering. But yeah, ICP has not been doing the Twitch. What's up with the Twitch? They announced a few weeks ago that they would be back, and they have yet to come back to the Twitch. Where the fuck is ICP? Where's Violent J? Really is the question. Where is Violent J? Where in the world is Joe Bruce Lee? Like, I just get Tourette's from time to time. Don't mind me. But, yeah, where the fuck is Violent J, man? If you pay attention to social medias, he was going through some personal shit recently. I don't dive into that shit on the podcast. I just don't, because it's not fucking none of my business, and I just don't fucking care, to be honest. I mean, I do care about Violent J, don't get me wrong. Hope he's good and all that shit, but I don't give a fuck about all that other shit. Just because it's not really fucking none of my business, If it ain't put out there by them, it ain't for me to talk about. But yeah, where the fuck is Jay, man? I hope Jay doing good. The mystery seminar, shit being announced for the Gathering. Obviously the Gatherings, it's got to go down, right? Like, even if one of them got sick or some shit, like the Gathering would still have to go down, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, like, what would happen if only one of them could do the Gathering? They'd have to do like solo sets and shit. They'd have to pull some shit out of their ass, but that'd be fucking a crazy, interesting experience for sure. But yeah, where the fuck is Jay? Where's the Twitch streams? They seemed pretty successful. They'd always have a couple thousand people tuned in on them shits every fucking time they streamed. So I don't know, man. Keeping it psychopathic related, Ouija Mac posted up on Twitter this past week that he just knocked out songs for a Shaggy the Airhead project and a Devereaux and DJ Chunk collab project. He said, make sure y'all harass these boys to drop these releases, son. I'm going to need that Devereaux and DJ Chunk project ASAP. ASAP, like fucking yesterday. DJ Chunk, if you don't follow DJ Chunk on Instagram, Twitter, any of that shit, he'd be on the ones and twos cutting the shit up like the real ones and twos, like a fucking set of fucking techniques, and just chopping it the fuck up. And it, dude is mad ill, super talented. And Devereaux, y'all know, just super murderous on the fucking production tip. So yeah, we got features from Ouija on these projects. We're gonna need these shits like ASAP because Ouija be fucking killing it. Ouija's also up on Instagram, Twitter, and all that shit. Stalewind is imminent. Are you fucking ready? Stalewind is coming. The fourth element from Ouija to wrap up the elements before Dark World or Dark Planet. Sorry. Stalewind. He dropped a teaser, a clip of a song as well, and that shit sounded fire, man. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. Ouija, just stay killing shit. I'm a broken record. And Ouija just stay killing shit, man. Like, that dude is just on his fucking game. And I'm hyped for Stalewind. Maybe a Gathering release? I don't know, but that shit sound like it's coming soon. I know we just got Fallen Angelic not too long ago. But man, we're going to need... hopefully, by the end of the year, we get Stalewind. Fallen Angelic dropped April 1st this year. Just under 2 months ago. But I need Stalewind. Like, this dude puts out music at such a fast, consistent pace. Like, it just leaves me fiending for more, like, immediately. Even though I'm still bumping Fallen Angelic. Actually, yes, I'm still bumping Fallen Angelic. But I'm still bumping fucking Pretty Ugly 2 from last year. I've been going back bumping Trash Fire, Gutter Water. Gutter Water just celebrated its 4th birthday. And like, this dude just been putting it the fuck down the last few years, man. That Pretty Ugly 2 project from Ouija Mac, hands down my favorite project. Like, that project is just so fun. Like, he just had, you could tell he had fun. Like, songs with Baghdad, Origami, fucking Quiet Game, shit like that. Like, you could just tell he was having fun on that motherfucker, man. And that new project, Fallen Angelic, if you haven't peeped that shit, man, this shit is fire. I swear, like, anytime I see people hating on Ouija at this point, it's like, man, just shut the fuck up. Like, this dude's, like, I don't know what the fuck. I know music is subjective and all that, but, man, shut the fuck up. All right? Because this shit's fire. Okay? But yeah, Ouija teasing new guest spots on Shaggy the Airhead and Devereaux and DJ Chunk's project. Had no idea that they were even working on a project, but I'm gonna need that shit like yesterday because that shit sound fucking fire. And speaking of albums that celebrated birthdays, the Oh Shit It's Your Birthday this week. We only got one this week, but it's going to Shaggy 2 Dope's Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker, ftfomf. It was released May 26th, 2017. This project, you might remember, was supposed to be originally produced by Young Wicked and Shaggy 2 Dope. And then the whole fucking situation, you know, we all know the fucking story. But then DJ Clay stepped up to bat and ended up producing the album with Shaggy 2 Dope. And they knocked it out of the park. It's a dope project. Now, a couple of my favorite tracks on this project, two of them were singles. Tell These Bitches and 2 Dope. Like, Tell These Bitches is like one of Shaggy's best songs ever. Like, I love that shit. 2 Dope is fucking fire. Stretch Nuts, A Legend Was Born, has that classic sample in there. I don't know what the sample is from, but that sample is fucking classic. And then, of course, Psychopathic Soldier. Man, Psychopathic Soldier was a fucking banger. So, oh shit, it's your birthday. Happy 5th birthday to Shaggy 2 Dope's Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker. I was lucky enough to catch the tour for Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker. It was a couple years later, but regardless, got to see him perform live. Shaggy always kills it solo. And unfortunately, DJ Clay had left the tour and was replaced by DJ Carlito by the time they came to Worcester. But it was still a fucking dope show regardless. Shaggy always holds it fucking down. And, no hype man. He did have his brother come out for a couple tracks, but most of the time, no hype man absolutely killed that shit. And fuck the fuck off, motherfucker, man. What's your favorite song off that shit? Let me know. Hit me up on my social medias. Drop a comment if you're on YouTube. Let me know what your favorite song off Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker is, because that shit is a banger, son. That shit's a banger. Fuck's wrong with me, man? Let's get into some fucking Twiztid news. Twiztid, alla Zulu announced on their Tuesday night terror stream last Tuesday that Twiztid would in fact be at Camp Zool this year for a meet and greet, but they also said, hey, but you never know. Venomous 5, anybody? Could there be a Venomous 5 performance? Even if it's just one song, even if it's just Venomous. I mean, if they do perform one song, let's hope it's Venomous. It's clearly the standout Venomous 5 track that we've got so far. Really, I think we've got 3 Venomous 5 songs. Technically 4, but Lee Carver was on a hook and Twiztid was on the verses. That shit was not a Venomous 5 song. That was Twiztid featuring Lee Carver. But anyway. Twiztid, meet and greet, Saturday. It's actually going down this fucking Saturday. Camp Zool is going down June 3rd through the 5th. This Friday through Sunday. It's fucking here. The meet and greet. It's going down. I'm sure we'll be talking about all the news that dropped at Camp Zool this week or next week's show, on next week's show. So yeah, Twiztid at Camp Zool. Twiztid also announced they are hitting the road in July 8th, 9th, and 10th in Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Des Moines for another batch of the Old School Oddity show with special guest ABK. There is VIP, all that good shit, celebrating 25 years of Twiztid. These guys absolutely fucking refuse to go on tour and just keep doing these spot dates. But hey, they got to work on their next radio rock album. So yeah, we got that going down in July. The Old School Oddity show. And then another piece of Twiztid news that dropped fucking shit probably a month ago at this point, but I just forgot about it. Remember the Twiztid Funko Pops? Well, apparently them shits are available through pre-order, through stores. So it looks like they will be coming soon. No official release date yet, but there is some sort of movement and news on the Twiztid Funko Pops that should be dropping sometime this year. It was advertised, I think spring 2022, but, the pandemic and shit shut everything down. Everything's on a super fucking delay at this point. So the Funko Pops are coming at some point. And, yeah, that's the news on that. And that's dope. I can't wait to see those shits. Apparently, it's coming in a 2-pack. Not a single pack, but a dos pack. From Twiztid, the Funko Pops. Keeping it Magic Ninja, Lex the Hex Master has a new song dropping June 10th. Not this Friday, but next Friday, called The Gang. There's a clip going around on the social medias from Lex the Hex Master. This shit sound fire. Lex the Hex Master I wish this dude was on some Ouija type output musically. Like just putting out mad music all the fucking time. Granted, we do get a decent amount of music from Lex. I just wish it was more because this dude, he's slept on, man. He's super dope. Dude raps his ass off. And yeah, I'm hyped for that track. The shit sound dope. Shit sound good. Keeping it M&E affiliated, related, all that good shit. Mr. Gray and Buckshot. Buck, I'm sorry, man. Hopefully you ain't shouting out here, but hey, shit happens, right? Right? But Buckshot and Mr. Gray, they out here teasing the Mr. Gray album, Operation Delirium. It's looking like this shit might drop in June. That's what it looks like. The shit looked like it might be coming in June. At least maybe pre-orders dropping in June. They keep saying shit going down soon. Buckshot said something about Mr. Gray in June. So at minimum, we can expect pre-orders. Maybe a single. I don't know. We just gonna have to wait and see. I'm curious to hear it, man. Mr. Gray, he just puts out dope music. Like, I don't know I don't know what else to say. Vicious Vendetta was fucking dope. And yeah, like even back to the Guerrilla Voltage days, Mr. Gray just been putting out dope music. I mean, shit, Cabal Project with him, Gray, Loke, Buck. Like, come on, one of the best albums of last year. The best Wicked Shit album, like straight raw Wicked Shit album of last year. So yeah. Mr. Gray, we got news coming. Possibly the album coming in June. We'll just have to fucking wait and see. I'm hyped for it. Could we get a Cabal track on here? Could there be a Buckshot low-key Mr. Gray track? Hyping some new Cabal shit? Hopefully we get another Cabal project. That'd be fire, right? Right, buddy? So yeah, we got that. And a couple more projects that dropped this past Friday that I want to talk about before we bounce the fuck up out of here. AWAX dropped his new album, Woodie World. We got a feature from King ISO on there. I have not got a chance to listen to this yet, but I know a bunch of people that listen to the podcast get upset when I don't talk about AWAX. And AWAX is dope. He ain't the wicked shit. He ain't like that, but if you fucked with the Brazy Bunch project that AWAX and King ISO did, then you might fuck with the album. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, but I fucked with AWAX's feature on King ISO's Get Well Soon album. That shit was fire. Shit was super dope. And then new Conway the Machine coming out of fucking left field. Trillmatic Goods and Conway the Machine. The only way to get this project right now is on Bandcamp. Just Google Trillmatic Goods, Conway the Machine, Organized Grime 2. It should come up. The cover art is fucking fire. Conway put out Organized Grime a few years back, and that's a project that just doesn't really get talked about by Conway. That is a dope project. It just went under the radar for whatever reason, and it's a dope project. We got Organized Grime 2, which is out now through the Bandcamp. I'm pulling it up right now. Features from Benny the Butcher. I'm sorry, Rome Streets. That track is fire. I put that up on the Weekly Bumps playlist. You got production from Apollo Brown, Me Fucks, who's done production for Flea Lord. Flea Lord is on this album as well. And Vic Spencer. So the shit is probably done. I mean, it's Conway the Machine. I know I put a lot of people onto Conway the Machine through this podcast, and this shit's probably fire. I mean, Conway just doesn't really drop whack shit like that. He just don't. So go peep that shit. And again, all the new music that I talked about that dropped this past week or the week before is up on the Beneath the Dirt Weekly Bumps playlist on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Go give that shit a follow. beneathdirt.com for all your Beneath the Dirt needs. Thank you again for 200 episodes in this motherfucker. I super appreciate it. I love y'all. Even the ones that can't fucking stand me and hate that I'm still here. I love you too. Your mama should have hugged you when you were a child. And I'm sorry that she didn't. But I love you. Much fucking love, y'all. I'm Rome Bone of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.